What's up, guys? I'm all packed up here and I'm getting ready to start a long road trip. It'll be about 900 miles to Albuquerque and another 900 miles back here. And you'll just have to watch along the way and see why I'm making this road trip. And if the car I come back in isn't the same as this one. We're in the 1967 Volkswagen Squareback with a Miata inside of it. It is 8 degrees out here, and let's get it started. Did I mention that it's 8 degrees Fahrenheit? It is proper cold. There's my newest acquisition, a 1962 Mercury Comet, sitting next to a 2013 Nissan Leaf. And to feed my addiction, well, we're gonna have to drive this car all the way to New Mexico. So let's get to it. Okay, it's an hour and a half into the trip, and out of like a 12-hour drive. And we're gonna have to get out the duct tape because I don't know how this is happening, but a bunch of extremely cold air is getting through the cowl vent and coming out the defrost vent. I'm trying to do this one-handed. Alright, we'll see if those fly off or not. I'm still at this gas station, this truck stop on the highway here, and something very bad just happened. My clutch feels extremely wrong. Wait, now I'm pressing it down, it feels normal. Okay, I had the car running, and then I pushed the clutch pedal all the way to the ground and there was no pressure. And I figured, oh, all the fluid must have fucking leaked out. And I turned the car off and now it feels fine. Okay, I'm gonna check out the fluid level. Okay, that's the brakes, I think. Let's take a look at that. Okay, there's fluid in it. Well, now it's acting normal, and I looked and there was nothing leaking and the fluid was level. Weird. So I'll just get on the road and maybe take a closer look at it when I get to Wichita. I'm at a red light here in Wichita, and it's doing this. Okay, my foot is not on the throttle, it's on the brake. I've had this car for 3 years, it's never done this, and now that I'm on a long road trip, now it starts acting up like this. we've arrived at my parents' house to grab a few things. Now it's idling normal, so that's good. Okay, I just left my folks' house here in Wichita, picked up the Nissan Leaf charging cable. Unfortunately, I only got the 120 volt and not the 240 volt high amp cable. Now it's time to get on down the road and go to Tucumcari, New Mexico. Will be my next stop, hopefully. Outside of Pratt, Kansas, and I could smell gasoline when I was driving down the road, so I pulled it over here, and there's, sure enough, a little drip of gasoline. Definitely smells like gas. There's the fuel leak. You can see there's a rubber hose going to the steel line. And maybe I'll get lucky and I just have to tighten this. Okay, this is kind of loose. See if that fixes it. Oh, there's a drip. Okay, there's a lot to tighten down, so I think that fixed it, but man, it smells like gas in here quite a lot. Alright, almost to the state border now. I'm stuck in the construction zone going 50, so I think the wind speed might be low enough for you to actually hear me now. So I'm gonna finally clue you in on what I'm doing on this road trip. I'm trading the Frankenwagen for a 1980 Mercedes diesel wagon. So another wagon. Can you spot a theme here? Alright, now why I'm doing this trade is a little complicated, but Nick reached out to me and he asked, would you ever think about selling it, the Frankenwagen? And at the time, it was just kind of collecting dust in my garage. I was focused more on my motorcycle project. I'm like, yeah, you know what, I would sell it. And we agreed on a price of $8,500. And then I started thinking about my next EV conversion project. And that's that 62 Comet that I already have in my driveway. And I already have the parts for it from a Nissan Leaf. I bought the Leaf first, and the idea was that I might use a Mercedes. Well, he just happened to have this Mercedes diesel wagon that would be perfect. And I was like, you know what? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Let's just do a swap. Trade cars. And so we agreed to just do a straight up swap of our cars, my Frankenwagen for his Mercedes. But as we got closer to the meeting time, I thought to myself, I don't know, man. I'm not sure my heart is in it for this Mercedes. I think what my heart really wants is something like old Ford Fairlane or Mercury Meteor or Ford Falcon wagon or a... But my ultimate was Mercury Comet, especially if it was a Mercury Comet wagon. And I was really on the fence about what I wanted, and then I saw it on eBay. I saw that Mercury Comet wagon that was kind of ugly on the outside, but perfect for a restoration. You know, non-running, had some drive lane problems. And so I bought that, and I told Nick, I'm like, I don't need that Mercury, I don't need that Mercedes anymore. And so we canceled the deal, and then he came back. He was pretty motivated. He came back with a better deal for me, and that's just a private deal, but yeah, it was enough for me to say yes. So now I have both the Mercedes and the Mercury. My brain is telling me to use the Mercedes for the swap, for the EV conversion. My heart is telling me to do the Mercury Comet for the EV conversion. Well, if your heart's not in it, it's kind of hard to keep doing it. So I'm gonna pick up this Mercedes. Hey, who knows? Maybe I'll fall in love with it. And especially like the build quality, the suspension, the handling. That part is really good on those cars. Alright, we'll keep it down. We're almost to the state line here with the border between Oklahoma and Kansas. I'm going down Highway 54 right now. Pretty soon I'll pass through Oklahoma, get into Texas. And then from Texas I'll be into New Mexico, and I'll be getting into Tucumcari. Probably stay the night in Tucumcari or maybe Santa Rosa or something like that. Stay tuned. I am in Hooker, Oklahoma right now, and I had to buy a set of screwdrivers because I left that screwdriver I was using on the hood of the car and then I drove off. And I thought that I couldn't find my glasses. I have my sunglasses on, these are prescription. And I'm like, oh shit, if I can't find my glasses, I can't drive at night. And I was getting ready to like just try and find a used pair from a Salvation Army or something. And I looked under the seat, and they were under the seat. So, okay, I did not fix the fuel leak, and now it's worse. Okay, I was able to kind of just wiggle it back on and stop the leaking, but it's gonna have to be replaced with a new line. So I got 3 new lines, different sizes. Still outside of Hooker, Oklahoma, trying to get back on the road. This little town is actually pretty cool. Santa Rosa. Check out this old Mercedes. What is this? An SCL 300 maybe? Fintail. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm just here in Santa Rosa. Cool little place. So I feel like an idiot because I just got the first Motel 6 I saw, and I was going down the road and there was this place. Really cool boutique places all up and down this road because this used to be Route 66. And I'm just in a lame old Motel 6. Oops. Okay, I'm here in Albuquerque. We're meeting at a Waffle House. Should be here any minute now. I'm going to be very relieved to hand off this vehicle and get into what should be a much more comfortable vehicle for the ride home. Alright, here is the Mercedes 300 TD automatic non-turbo wagon.
So maybe it was this one. Yeah. Okay. So it is a nicer key.
Okay, the larger one.
Yeah, same font.
Gotcha.
So that's your glow plug light.
Addresses in the state.
After it turns off.
Alright, cool.
Okay. It'll flash off and on because it needs a relay, but it just
Okay. Alright, I'm in the Mercedes, about to drive off, and of course the first thing I did is drive with the parking brake on. I was like, wow, he wasn't kidding, there is no power. Alright, let's try it again. There he goes. Goodbye, Frankenwagon. There it goes. Goodbye. Alright, here's the Benz. So the new plan is to drive to Taos, cross some mountains, and then drive to Wichita and stay the night there. Yeah, let's do some mountains, man. Okay, I'm in Santa Fe, and I'm gonna drive now to Taos, New Mexico, cross the mountains kind of around Red River, and get to the Angel Fire Ski Resort. Cause I gotta go through some mountains while I'm in here. You know, it's like that scene in Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship.
I want to see mountains again. Mountains, Gandalf.
Yeah, we're canyon carving now. The irony is I should be canyon carving in the Miata wagon, not this boat of a vehicle. Alright, we're about to start on this mountain road. We're gonna start climbing. Eagle's Nest, 35 miles. We're in the middle of this mountain pass between Angel Fire and Taos. And this drive has been really easy. I thought it was going to be a climb. I thought it was going to be a real challenge, but it hasn't been at all. This vehicle's done great. Sometimes I'll stay in third, sometimes I'll put it in fourth. I do wish I was doing this road though in the Miata wagon, and I wish I did that. I wish I did this road on the way to Albuquerque, but it probably would have been at night or something, and then it wouldn't have been any fun at all. So I think most of the canyon carving is done, and now it's just easy going. So let's get back on the road. Okay, I guess this is the summit. Palo Plechado Pass, elevation 9,100. Yeah, pretty tame mountain pass, but I'm glad I did it. Yeah, engine runs great. The transmission shift's kind of funny. It needs to be adjusted. And the shifter also shifts kind of funny. That needs to be adjusted. All right, let's get going. All right, coming down is a much steeper grade, so I guess I did it in the easy direction. If I had come the other way from east to west, it would have been a pretty big climb. This is Eagle's Nest, New Mexico. And Red River and Cuesto, New Mexico are up on those mountains, and that's where my father's ashes are scattered, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to drive through this mountain range. You know, I couldn't pass that up. Such a cool part of the world, I think. I love this part of the country. Okay, my next stop is Cimarron, New Mexico. Oh boy, I guess we're climbing after all. I have the pedal to the floor. Just had the downshift. And yeah, doing good. Woo! I gotta put the phone down. This is irresponsible of me. Yeah, this is the road I should have been doing on the Frankenwagen. But this car is doing pretty good too. It's still pretty fun. Well guys, there just wasn't any drama on the return journey home. And after Cimarron, New Mexico, the scenery wasn't anything new, so I stopped recording. And I am happy to report that I heard back from Nick, the new owner of the Frankenwagen, and the car made it all the way to the Los Angeles area just fine. He actually lives several hours north of Los Angeles. And some of you are probably going to be a little mad that I got rid of this car without even publicly posting it for sale or anything. And maybe you're even confused. Why would I sell this car? Why would I get rid of it? And the truth is that after driving around for 3 years and having it for about 4 years, just got kind of tired of it. Started to feel like a clown car to me. And you know you love a car when every time you park it, you look back and you stare at it for a few seconds. Well, I just wasn't doing that any longer with this car. And so I think hopefully you can understand. But stay tuned for lots of new content with the Mercedes, with the Mercury Comet. And thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned.